101.1 FM and AM 1160. And good morning. Thanks so much for being with us here today. It's time for our visit with ICTC, Indiana County Technology Center. Kelly Fox is here. And you brought a couple of strapping young guys with you this morning.
I did. We want to focus on our construction trades this morning. And so Mr. Bash, our carpentry instructor, is here. Tim Bash and DJ Mumaw, our HVAC instructor.
These guys are old pros. I don't even have to ask them questions. They've been
they're
here
ready
before.
to go. Yeah, they're ready. They have so much going on in their program areas. That's why we're here, and they're going to be updating everyone on. Tim actually is really doing a great job with his students coming out into the Indiana community. He has two projects. We never know if he's at the church or if he's at the house, but he's doing some volunteer work with Home for a Cause and then working over here at Calvary Presbyterian Church. And so thankfully he has a cell phone, and once in a while he'll answer that if we need him. And DJ has been highlighted in the Interplay Learning newsletter, and his program is really skyrocketing with results and student success by using Interplay Learning. So I'm excited for him to give that update as well.
Yeah. Well, let's start with you, Tim, and your unavailability. Boy, you get ragged on right from the start here, don't you?
That's right. You got to take it.
But you know what? Those experiences where you get to allow students to actually work on site with the pros, that's invaluable experience, isn't it?
It certainly is. Anytime you can take a student and put them into the environment of where the work's going on, there's other demographics, how you handle the customer, how you have to clean up, prepare, all kinds of different things, as well as managing your time on the job. And so it's a great experience for them rather than just being in the shop and working with new stuff. We get to use some new construction along with some remodeling, some things that we've never done before. We're doing suspended ceiling, and we've got some flooring going in, some vinyl flooring. So a lot of different cool things. That's at the church. At the Home for a Cause, we have inherited a building through Home for the Cause that they gutted or was given to them. So we went in and we helped gut it along with other members of the community, other contractors, other people work on that project as well. But right now it stands as though ICTC is doing their thing. Everybody's standing back. We will get an electrician in there, a plumber in there, and things like that. So it really works well.
Yeah. Now, is that the building is it on School Street or Church Street?
That's on Oak Street.
Oak Street.
Oak Street.
Somewhere in the neighborhood.
You can't miss it. 927 Oak Street. There's a lot of flyers out on there promoting people's businesses that contribute and that donate their time and materials there.
Yeah, I was going that way off of Philly when I should have been going that way off of Philly.
Yeah.
But we've had the folks in here talking about that, and what a great and tremendous opportunity is for that organization, for the family that will be moving into that house.
Yes.
But from your standpoint, from your students, it's just something else.
Yeah. We've done a lot. We've done a lot of cleaning to get started because there was a lot of old insulation and stuff. So we've got a whole dumpster full of garbage down there. We've put a little addition on. We're framing the walls inside. And so hopefully what the game is that we'll be able to come back in and we'll start the insulation, the drywall, and drywall finishing that. And then the building, of course, will need siding, new windows, new doors in it. So there's just every aspect of the building, only it's in the old sense of remodeling rather than a brand new.
Yeah. Well, those are skills that will certainly be applicable. DJ Mumaw, let's talk with you. What's this designation that Kelly's telling me about? You're featured where?
Interplay Learning. It's an online program, computer-based that has 3D and VR capabilities that actually my students have to, I use it as a supplement to my normal teaching, and being able to work out in the shop. And my students are able to go in and actually repair air conditioning systems or furnaces or whatever, where they have to use a voltmeter and go in and figure out what's wrong with the system. And that was one of my biggest challenges was troubleshooting with things because director isn't too happy if I'm breaking a control board every other day,
Yeah.
that he has to replace. So
Mm-hmm.
they put these scenarios out there, and the student builds confidence with this, that they can go in. If I can do it here, then I can walk out to that machine and I can do it out here. And it's worked out really well for us. And so they featured us in one of their case studies, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you the kids were thrilled by that.
Yeah, they were happy. Yeah, they were happy that they got to see fruits of their labor, I guess, coming back and showing, the successes that they've had throughout the last 4 years.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things about all of this is the fact that when you talk about being able to do things virtually, the pandemic sort of pushed that along, came upon us a lot quicker than maybe we had been anticipating, and maybe that's not such a bad thing.
I was really happy that I had this when that all hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, it really helped me be able to do that virtual work and get through it, and still try to get those students the same amount of knowledge in that whenever they weren't there in the classroom. That was a struggle, but
Yeah.
they put out a really nice program, and video-based, online-based. They use technology anyway, so I try to. They're going to have their phone in their hand. At least it's something HVAC related.
There you go.
So.
That's absolutely right. Now, both of you are going to have a presence at the home show this weekend, the Indiana Armstrong Builders Association home show.
Yeah, yeah. The whole tech will feature, of course, the building components, but we'll expose the community to adult ed, the other programs that are available at the tech. So it's a whole and conclusive group there. You'll have access to brochures, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
where if people are interested, they can call and say, hey, I'm an adult, I want to be in this program or whatever, and it'll help give some exposure there.
It's interesting because you think of the Indiana Armstrong Builders Association home show as being where people go to say, okay, I want to do this with my patio this year, or I need a roof, or whatever it happens to be, whatever the construction project they have for their little dream estate. And maybe we don't think of it in terms of, well, there are people out there who have to be trained to do that, and maybe if you've had that interest or even developed that interest, now you can actually get educated in it and learn all the ins and outs, and this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's also a great way for the kids, and we like to expose them so they can network with some of the contractors,
Sure.
some of the vendors out there. So because they go and they show their case of stuff and their forte, and so now students can walk through and see, oh, here's a heating and cooling, here's a electrician,
Mm-hmm.
here's a carpenters, that give them firsthand, and then they can open up a dialogue with them in there.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Kelly,
Yeah.
that's a great thing, and it's going to be an in-person event this year, and so it'll be really good at the home show. But
Right, KCAC.
we're moving ever closer to getting back to somewhat normal, and that includes at ICTC.
Right. So our parents have been following us, I know, on our Facebook page as well as our website. We've been trying to put as much information out there about different events and what we're doing. And I think we're answering some questions through the social media because, as you said, the pandemic has brought us to all those social media and interplay learning type places, even more so than ever. And something coming up for us is our senior ceremony, of course. And when our seniors leave us and we give them a nice ceremony, we're hoping to be back to where we were before the pandemic, and that was at the Indiana Junior High School. So we'll be inside this year, and that's a nice venue because seating meets our needs, and our students are able to invite their families to see them at that ceremony. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
We were outside last year. That was the first time for that. And the year before that, we did a drive-by at our own school. And so we've done things quite differently the last couple of years. So this year we're going back to that ceremony that we've been used to. So we're real happy about that for our students. And something, too, we're still talking with WCCC. Matter of fact, we have a meeting scheduled next week. And so for those that frequent Hamel Road and come by the ICTC property, then you can look up on the hill and you can see new buildings there in the skyline, and WCCC being one of those. That building is not yet complete. but they're nearing completion, and we're looking forward to continue talking to them about curriculum and how we can merge together with what they're offering at the post-secondary level and what we're offering, of course, through the high school level for the students taking the technical courses.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, this has been a good visit. There's something that you have over there. Do you want to?
Oh, yeah. So Josh just came back in, so we want to make sure we zoom in, of course, on our ICTC baked goods. And inside is freshly made, and I'm telling you, I smelled them before I picked them up yesterday afternoon to bring them to you. These are freshly made at the end of the day yesterday, cinnamon rolls, just for you guys here. And Josh falls to the floor.
Oh, it's one of our favorite, not just days of the month. This is one of our favorite days of the year if you bring in cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, so
goodness gracious.
I can tell you they were very tempting.
Did Bash and Moomaw get a chance to? No,
they'll have to come back to the school.
Yeah. they both go, no.
You know what? Whoever joins me on the radio usually gets a special delivery when we return.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So.
Beautiful.
And DJ promised me that once his Interplay Learning was published, that he would come on the radio. So he held true to his promise, and here he is. So I'm so happy that he was able to do that, because he's doing a great job in HVAC. And having him be, I'll call a younger teacher. I mean, he's less than 5 years in the classroom, but has many years of experience in the field. And it's no doubt then that these accolades already are starting to come his way, and to recognize the work that he's doing with his students. So that's a wonderful job. And Tim, I can't say enough about the people in the community. You said you've had some of them here on the radio. Mm-hmm. I love reading someone else's post on Facebook about the work that our carpentry students are doing with Home for a Cause. It's so nice to see the support of the community, and I'm so thankful for that.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
All right.
Indiana in the morning. Here we go. Fox News.